Hi, my name is Alicia with Cubicles and Curls, and here we are today with these three lovely ladies talking about natural hair in the workplace. To start, we're gonna ask everybody their name, their hometown, and their go-to hairstyles for work. So we'll start with you, Alma.
All right. My name's Akuya. I'm from Lake Jackson, Texas, and this is my go-to hairstyle.
Beautiful.
My name's Ann Catherine, and I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, and this is my go-to hairstyle.
Hi, my name is Lauren. I'm from the Bronx, and here it is, the go-to hairstyle.
So describe the moment when you first felt empowered to rock your natural hair, either on an interview or at work or just in a professional setting at all. I know for some people it wasn't like a instant moment, so if you could just describe that.
For me, honestly, my natural hair journey started in college. So when I first cut it off, I hated it. I was like, I look like a boy, this is terrible. Like, it was the worst experience ever. And then over time, just getting used to my texture, the shape of my hair, styling it in different ways, that just gave me confidence over time. So coming into the workforce, I have no qualms about doing my hair in any way because I already had built up that confidence over time.
I really just cut my hair this year, I think it was in May, and I didn't really think twice about it. I wasn't really worried about people's perception. This is part of who I am. That sounds very cliche, but they're just seeing who I am.
The natural hair journey was like a big deal for me. I've had processed hair for a very long time. So for me, it was kind of a default thing. My mom and my sister became natural. And so my household started changing the products and everything like that. And once I got the research, it was like, oh, okay. But I hated it at first. I hated the short haircut. I hated and I tried to do it gradually, but that just didn't work. Now, like looking at it now and seeing where I am now, I love it and I've embraced it, but it's so much a part of who I am. Like I feel like this is who I am in 30, just settled. This is a part of me now. But I was really rebellious with it in the beginning.
Actually, can I go back and answer because I just thought about this. Now that I think about it, when I go to interviews, it's actually a warming up process for me. So the first interview, my hair's typically not out. Actually put it back, slick it back into a low pony or a high ponytail. So everything's kind of like wrapped up. And not necessarily because I don't want my natural hair to be seen as ethnic or different or whatever. I just want to make sure that nothing distracts them from my conversation, what I'm talking about in an interview. And then maybe like once I get the job or maybe like last interview or something, I'll start to slowly like bring this out. And then in the job, then it's like, all right, forever. So now that I think about it, it's a slow progression to like, here's me, okay, here's the real me.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. How does everybody feel about people touching your hair? Okay, so like family, because my mom does that all the time, and sometimes I have to be like, Mom, like, relax. Like I know this is your thing, but I feel like also my significant other, that is a rule. Like, you do not touch my hair. I don't care if we're getting married. I don't care if we have 10 kids. You will never, ever touch my hair without like we have to have like some sort of conversation prior to you doing that. I was like, this takes time. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, the ends are like the ends of your hair is the oldest part. Like I need to keep it together. I don't need you to touch anything. Like the whole conversation stopped, and I was like, I really appreciate that. You like it, but don't touch it. It's to look beautiful, not for you, for me. It's my thing.
I would say I have a very, maybe not the other polar opposite, but a different perspective. I don't care if my family touches it. Black women, I'm completely okay with. But again, like it depends on how they approach you, right?
Yeah.
Like someone's like, oh, let me like, what does it feel like? Oh, it looks really smooth. No, like that's when I'm like, no, maybe not. It was like, oh, can I touch it? Like, what kind of products do you use?
Right.
Totally game. So black women, they're completely past. Sure, you can touch it. White women depends.
So
on
we
that.
can touch them?
Yeah, if you want to.
I'm just kidding.
I don't even care that much. So
I'll see you about it later.
But everyone else, I need to vet. I need to like
Right.
market your
attentions.
attentions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's enough. Like one little like.
Yeah, I recently had like a strange kind of situation. There are some people that I know, around New York who may not have seen me since I've cut my hair. And so when I run into them, they're like, oh my gosh! And like hands, like 2 hands on my head.
Wow.
And I was like, your black woman is still not okay. Like you know better.
My first job. This is the only time I ever had a problem. I had a girl who was like obsessed with my hair. She's like, can I touch you? Can I touch you? I was like, girl, no, stop. And one day she just comes behind, after months and asking, she just comes behind me and grabs it right into my kitchen. And I felt so bad because I blacked. I screamed. I was like, what are you doing? And everyone in the office looked at me, but I was like, I don't know, I just felt so violated. She was mad, she was upset, she's like, I'm sorry. I was like, I just was flustered, I walked away. And then after that, everyone was joking, oh, can't touch Alicia's hair, can't touch it. And I was just, it was the most embarrassing thing I ever had to deal with. But ever since then, no one really complimented my hair at work. But, I mean, I'm not there anymore, but in general, but. That story, it was traumatic. It was traumatic, I was angry, I couldn't believe it. Especially
Just
after
hearing
months.
that makes me angry.
But that's gonna hopefully become a human resources situation because like anyone in your personal space, they shouldn't be that close. I had one of my bosses ask me like, are you, and she was a black woman, she asked me if I was gonna change. Now she was natural as well, but she opted to, because she was a SVP, or senior vice president, she wore her hair straight all the time. She didn't like blow, like she didn't like let her fro out or anything like that. So she asked me a couple times, she was like, are you gonna do anything with your hair? And I'm like, this is it? Like, what do you mean? And my hair was, like I was in transitioning. And so one day she like closed the door and she was like had a, what do you call it? Like an unofficial conversation with me, and she was just like, I just think that, head wraps and whatnot are not office friendly. And like it was like a dress down Friday. Like a dress down Friday, everybody was looking how they look on the weekend. And she just told me like, I'm gonna need you to think about some other options and whatnot. Or even like braids, she was just like, I think it's a little urban and you're gonna give them a perception of us. Now mind you, she's the only black SVP and I was one of 3 black women in my office. Both who were natural, but both who either had a weave or they wore their hair straight. So being curly or having a fro was like a big deal for them.
Okay, so do you guys plan to wear your hair curly all the way up the corporate ladder? So as you get into maybe senior positions, even in C-suite, do you think that your hair is going to change, or do you think this is something that you can continue throughout the rest of your career?
Probably not. This is it. Take it or leave it.
Yeah, I don't feel like I would ever be in a career that would stifle me as a person or how I like to express myself in any way. So I would kind of steer clear of those types of opportunities, if you can call it that.
Yeah. And I think the natural hair movement this time around is that there's no turning back days. Like it's not like, I don't think everyone's gonna go back to having perms, whatever. So I definitely think curly hair is here to stay. But I think for me, probably, if I were to get more senior, I would still go make it curly, but maybe not a wash and go. Maybe like, those fancy little buns or something like that. Something more, I don't know, I think I would want to be a little more, I don't know what the word is, but a little more, I don't know, polished, I guess, as I get older. Like it would still be curled, but like, I feel like, as you age, your hairstyles age. So you can't really go with what you're wearing when you were 20 years old. Exactly. So I think like I would definitely never wear my hair straight, like as a constant thing, but something more exactly age appropriate, as you said, as I get older and more senior in my career. But yeah, it's something I'm thinking of because I see the women in power now, like Michelle Obama and even like Loretta Lynch, like they're still wearing their hair straight because of where, their generation. But I wonder what our generation's gonna look like in like 20 years, how we're gonna be.
And that actually gave me another thought, because right now this is low cost, this is low maintenance. As I move forward in my career, I will have more means, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know, so I can really switch, I'll have the means to really switch it up if I want to try new things, but right now that's not really an expenditure that I'm really trying to partake in.
Yeah, and I guess too, it's not, so what you're saying is like a different perspective, right? It's not just the idea that when you're C-suite, you need to be age appropriate, but also the fact that you'll have more money, you'll be maybe in more meetings, maybe with the media more, whatever that may be. So that may, I guess, produce a different lifestyle or give you more resources to do something more.
Fresh twist out every day with my
You know,
my
living stylist,
exactly. Travel hairstylist.
On call.
Oh,
you know.
that's the dream. That's the dream.
Like that auxiliary office right there. Got you.
She actually comes to work with me every day.